We are live. Good afternoon, Rashmi. I have got a song for you. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds on my doorstep, singing sweet songs, a melody's pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. There you go. Hi, Rashmi. How are you?
Hello, I'm very good, and thank you for playing this song.
No, that's absolutely not a problem. I guess in your line of work, you do a lot of interviews, but am I the first one to ever play a song for you?
Absolutely. Never
Oh,
have anybody played a song
fantastic.
for me.
Fantastic. Well, the whole reason for playing a song is music is a great leveler. And so my first question to everybody, obviously not this week because I asked you another one first, but my first question I normally ask is, why did you choose that song?
Mhm. Yeah, so I'm a nature lover, and it's very obvious that I will choose this song. And it's a message that, everything will be all right.
Yeah,
Isn't
absolutely.
that yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. It will. And we stress and worry about all kinds of things. And I'm here today doing all of this because of lockdown, because of a few things that I did at the beginning of lockdown that took me on this path. And now I'm here running my
Yeah.
own business. But right at the beginning of lockdown, we were all worrying. We were all stressing.
Yes.
And yeah, don't worry. It will be all right. Although I suppose you've got some serious worries with what you do. We'll get to that in a second. But first of all, I just want to know a little bit about what you're doing on LinkedIn and why you use it and stuff like that. So why do you use LinkedIn?
Oh, LinkedIn. Firstly, I must confess that I don't use it very often, and I'm still learning. And I'm taking your help to, really come back to LinkedIn. I have been in LinkedIn since 2006, but not very frequent user. Very recently, I have started on LinkedIn, and we come it because we want to raise awareness about the cause we are working on, and the issues of tribal girls in India. And of course, know that, okay, what my connects are doing, and support them in whichever way, and encourage them to do something more. This is why I use LinkedIn.
No, perfect. And come on, let tell us what you actually do, Rashmi, and your girls in India.
Mhm. I'm the founder of a foundation called Aahan Foundation for Social Change. We are working for last 9 years in one of the state in India, which is called Jharkhand. And we work in the rural areas, the remote areas in Jharkhand, which has mainly indigenous population, the tribal people. And due to poverty and very difficult socioeconomic conditions, girl childs are trafficked many a times, and it's very rampant in the rural areas among tribal communities. So we work with these communities to help these girls not to get trafficked, and bring them back to the education, bring them back to the school. So we do it through three programs. One is education, which is proper academic school education plus digital literacy, which is nowadays very important. And second is sports. So our girls play soccer, they play chess, they are in athletes, and winning lots of medals across India. So they do that. And the third is art. So not only we promote the folk arts, we are also in the preservation of the dying arts of the state. And in that way, we try to preserve tribal art and culture. And recently, our girls have started an initiative which is yet to launch. It's called Jungle Butterflies. It's their platform where they want to share their learnings with the world. So very soon you will find them on LinkedIn. Uh, So all we call them Aahan Bravehearts, but they call themselves jungle butterflies.
Wonderful. Oh, that's amazing. So it's very hard for us to understand what it's like in a is it a tribal village? Is that what you call them? Is it tribal villages?
Yes, the communities, and they are very socio-economic marginalized communities, where they have been based on for livelihood on the forest, and now the livelihoods are getting reduced, and poverty is increasing, alcoholism is on high, and so girls become the most vulnerable in the family, and they are being sent to do domestic help or in sex trade, or sometimes in organ trade too. So it's the girl child which is suffering the most. And most of the mothers are alcohol sellers, so they sell homemade alcohol. Alcoholism is very, very high in the community. So
Uh,
we are just trying to prevent all these things.
these communities, who's
Yes.
who's who's doing the trafficking? Is it people coming in and taking the girls, or is it internal and they're pushing them out? What actually happens?
It's just the internal. So the person who is coming from the city is also from the village, and who acts as the trafficking agent. And parents, many a times, because of their economic pressure and poverty or ignorance, they send their girls, and many a times on the promises that their daughters will be educated and they will have a good conditions for living, and they feel that it's okay that if they are getting educated and getting money too. But this doesn't happen. The situation in cities is totally different from what they are promised. And sometimes girls even elope on their own. They run away because the situation in the village, especially in the conflict areas, it's very tough. So when they see that, okay, somebody is promising a better life in big cities, not knowing the reality, they just run away with him.
That's harrowing. That is harrowing. So you're going
Yeah.
into these villages and actually telling them the truth, I suppose.
Yeah, we do. We start with the awareness program where we make them aware that who they are, and what are the effects of trafficking. When parents say that what is the reality in cities, because they are not shown the reality. And we work with schools and government and local government, grassroots level leaders, even religious leaders, so that we can make them aware that that is not the solution, and creating livelihood in the village and making them educated is the solution. So that is how we work with the parents. And till now, we have been successful in the areas where we are working to reduce trafficking in a big way.
Yeah, you said organ trafficking as well, and I've got all these horrible images in my head, and I I'm not sure whether we should talk about all the horrible stuff, but I think what we should do is tell us all the success stories. Tell us what these girls are now doing now that you've been there and you're able
Mhm.
to help them, and how this is transforming not only the individuals but the community and the wider circle.
We have reached more than 25,000 girls till now in the last 9 years through various programs. And most of the girls, we have now digital literacy centers where girls are doing, and they are doing, going outside their village, even their state, going to different states to learn graphic designing. So we have graphic designers. We have footballers who have represented India and gone abroad. So, from being a farm laborer and a trafficking survivor to leading the team and going, to Norway and other countries and leading India, that those are the girls now. We have girls who have done lots of art exhibition and art workshops in big organizations, coming to Delhi and talking about their stories. And as I told you, the Jungle Butterfly is one such initiative. I haven't seen any initiative like this, which is totally conceptualized and run by the girls. So they are doing it. And wherever we work, we have almost more than 95, 96% of, girl back to school program. So very few are still out of the system, and we are trying to bring them through open schools. So that is something which are success stories, and they have got won gold medals and all in athletes. We have one girl who is doing calisthenics. We have chess players where this state nobody even plays, even boys don't play. It's not very popular in cities also, but our girls play. They are classical dancers, so singers. So the pain is now giving way to all these expressions, and that is why how we start, that everybody has the right to express themselves. And when they start expressing, this is how what happens, that they become footballers, they become chess players, they become leaders, community leaders. So our all programs are run by the youth leaders, all the survivors who have faced the problem, and now they are changing the community. Even parents are now changing. They want to have a night school with us so that mothers can learn. So the change is definitely coming.
That's brilliant. And you say that with the most amazing smile on your face as well.
Thank you.
It's lovely. It is lovely. So there was a girl in your village that was trafficked, and there you've helped her and educated her, and now she's playing football or playing chess, and I guess she's coming back and telling her story and inspiring the youngsters now. Is that how it works?
Yes, we have the whole youth leader group whom we call Urja Fellow. Urja is energy. So the leaders who bring energy to the community and energy to the girls. So they act as mentors to young girls. So they go to school, do parents meeting, they go back to community events and hold, community programs, sometimes even theater, song, and talk about their experiences, share their story on social media. And that is how they inspire others to be like them.
No, that's fantastic. So how can we help here in the UK?
In a big way, we still cannot, due to the regulations, we cannot take funds from foreign country. But I would really, request anybody looking at this program that please volunteer and help our girls. If, we are not asking for funds right now, but we are asking for people to come forward, talk about, us, make us understand, help us, in the storytelling, help us in social media, and share your skills with the girls so that they can do wonders in their community. Especially the college students and school students, they can share. And we have change ambassador program, and we would really like to have change ambassadors from UK.
So in that case, then, would it help if I came and did a Zoom training for LinkedIn for a group of your ladies?
Absolutely. In fact, when I shared that, you already did it for me, and so few of my girls are now on LinkedIn, and they would be very happy to have somebody guide them that how to create their LinkedIn profiles and how to showcase their work.
Well, let's get that sorted. So yeah, afterwards we'll stay on and we'll sort that out, and I'll do a special workshop for your group. So if someone else is watching this and they know a little bit about IT, they could come on and do similar. If they're watching this and they know a little bit about accounting, they can come on and do something similar. So it's more about the education and the support and the inspiration that you're after, isn't it?
Yes, not only at the girls level, but also for me, if somebody, is a coach and really want to coach me, I would be very happy. Or if somebody can help us, in writing proposals, creating the organization in a big way, governance issues, I would be very happy to have them on board with us.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So you're supposed running like a business. It's got to run like a business. But if someone's done this before, they can come and help you and give you some
Yes.
pointers and things like that. So why isn't it we can't put our hand in our pocket and send you cash?
Because by Indian government regulation, they didn't allow us to have funds from foreign countries. We have to go for their approval, and we are still waiting. So once it's done, I will come to UK again for
Yeah,
funds.
no, please do. So it must be very frustrating because to run all these programs obviously costs money.
It is, and it's also frustrating because trafficking and tribal girls are not, the priority of donors somehow, because they are in remote areas and not many people know their stories. So for us, fundraising is one of the biggest challenges, but we are trying to cope, and that's why we are looking for volunteers who can at least help us so that we can, use skills and not hire people, so save some funds from there.
Yeah, you need proper decent marketing in India so that everybody knows what you're doing
Yes, we are looking for people who can help us with, the branding, storytelling, and handling social media, and bringing out these stories which are amazing.
yeah, no,
For
that's
me, it's inspiring. It inspires me every day, every
yeah,
morning.
absolutely, absolutely. And you're based between the two countries, are you? Where are you based?
I'm based in India, but I travel sometimes to UK. But I'm based in India.
Right. Okay. So and you're how far are you from the center?
I'm in Delhi, so it's around 1,200 kilometers.
Oh
But
wow.
I
Okay.
keep traveling. I have just come back from the village, so I keep traveling. So 15-20 days I am in the village only.
Fantastic. And how many people do you have working with you when you go to the village?
We have around 6 people, and then we have 25 youth leaders who are working on the ground, and we
And
have 4 centers for the girls.
when you say centers, so that's like a school or some sort of
No,
building
it's
or
it's
something.
a learning center where it's online learning, computer training, English language, and chess and everything. And then we have library, we have board games, and we have some clubs for the girls where they can come together. And we are planning to open a girls' gym very soon, because
Oh,
they want
fantastic.
some place. So it's like creating a safe space where they can come together and express. And besides, they have their grounds where they play football and athletes and everything.
Oh, fantastic. So they've got internet access and all that sort of stuff, so they can go online and see what's happening in the real world and find out about everything else that
Yes,
they can do and learn and be inspired.
yes, we have. In fact, all our educators are volunteers, so they volunteer from across the world, and they connect with them online and train them. So we have girls from the age of 8 to 20, and everybody is in different classes, and they have volunteers, and they interact with people from everywhere.
And did they have schools or anything before you got involved?
They had, but dropout rates is very high in the state, and it was very high at that time. Only the data is that only 16% of the girls do 12 years of schooling. So
And they
initially it's okay, but after, middle school and senior, the dropouts was very, very high.
because they're then married off or sent away.
They yeah, it's child marriage was more than 60% were underage when they were married.
Wow, what do you call underage?
Underage is like less than 18. 18 is the age. So they were
Okay.
married between 12 to 16.
Wow. Okay. And would this have been an arranged marriage?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
And sometimes it's all bride trafficking too. So people just marry them and the girls don't come back sometimes. It's very dark stories, but we focus on, creating inspiring stories. And
Absolutely. Absolutely.
that's why our name Aahan is a new sunrise. So
Okay. I wondered where that came from. So it's all about
So
the
we
new sunrise.
focus, yeah, it's all about sunrise, and we don't see the dark night which is behind. We focus on the sunrise.
No, that's absolutely fantastic. I could sit here and talk to you for absolutely hours. We're going to sort out this LinkedIn thing, and we know so many people. So
Yes.
what we'll do is get you doing some proper posts that are sharing your story, and then people are going to see that, and if they're a coach or whatever, they're going to come and help you. So that's how we're going to help, and that's what we're going to do, and make this all happen. I've got one last question for you. But before we do that, I'm just going to go and let everybody know who my guest is next week. Totally different. I've got the lovely, I'm just going to get rid of that, Claire Hill. She's a vivid wire. She's a coach, apparently. She's not a coach. She's a coach. She's a creator and a podcast host. But she makes things with wire. She is a ball of fun. So I'm looking forward to interviewing her. But meanwhile, back to yourself. Where are you? Come back, please. There you are. My final question to you is, what advice would you give your 16-year-old self, Rashmi?
Oh, first, congratulations that you have come a long way, and you did what you wanted to do. So, congratulations. And second, lots of messages, but one is that self-worth is something which you can give to yourself. Nobody can give. So, love yourself before loving others. Put yourself first. Take care.
I love
And
that.
careers are changing, so don't focus on studies too much. And if you want to do the social work, do it. Don't worry that whether it will be lucrative or not, because ultimately that's what you're going to do. Leave everything and do that without bothering about the money.
No, absolutely. And you'll end up with an amazing smile like you've got. So Rashmi, thank you so much for coming on the show today. Good luck with everything that you do. Stay in touch, and don't go anywhere. We'll sort this out. Okay. Thanks ever so much indeed. Just going to press that. Goodbye. Get out what you put